Hey guys, it's Evan the Cat King here with another Total Drama What If video. This time is what if the Total Drama action had everybody from the cast of Total Drama Island instead of just like 14 or 15 people. That's what this episode is all about. So we have added in Sadie, Ezekiel, Noah, Beth. I'm trying to find everybody. Katie, Tyler, Eva, and Cody to the Total Drama Action cast. Of course, this is going to be a bit of a longer what if because we do have to go through the whole season with this. But here we go. Might as well get straight into it. The first episode, Monster Cash, doesn't really have any changes. Well, it would because I mean maybe Eva could be able to do better in the monster thing, or I don't know, maybe Cody could use his or Cody or Noah could use like small size to their advantage. Oh wait, I just remembered Beth is in action. But anyways, it doesn't matter because nobody goes out in this episode. Anyways, Alien Resurrection. This episode will have Cody and Courtney go with the group to the boiler room. Noah and Eva going with Izzy because of their team up in the TDI finale. Then Tyler, Katie, and Sadie will go with Lindsay, Beth, and Justin's group. I feel as if that makes sense, giving the characters at that point in time for where they would end up going in at the time and place or whatever. But yeah. Because they do split up in like the beginning of the challenge looking for the eggs, and I feel as if that's where they would end up going. Now, I believe in this version, Cody will join. Obviously, everybody else is it's gonna come down to Cody, DJ, Courtney, Duncan, Gwen, and Trent. Those were the people that actually found the eggs. I see Cody and DJ. Like, DJ ended up getting shot while they were grabbing the eggs. I see Cody getting shot. I feel like he might be able to get the egg, but I could see him, like, jumping in front of, like, Gwen or something in order to get it. And then also Courtney and Duncan will stick together, and that'll cause them both to get out in the end, meaning Gwen and Trent will still win the challenge and become team captains. Now, when it comes to the vote, everybody will still be sick of Bridget and Jeff because of their making out and stuff, so in the end, they will still be the first team going home. Now it's time for the teams to be made. I decided to do this in what I think would make sense for who ends up where in each thing, according to the who Gwen and Trent would pick here. Obviously Gwen will pick Duncan just like in the original. But this time Trent won't pick Lindsay. He's gonna pick Courtney out of spite just because he's I feel like that makes a bit more sense. If she's gonna pick Duncan, he's gonna pick Courtney. I have a lot of things written down. This will just like before. Gwen will pick Lashana, and Trent's gonna pick Justin here. I think Justin was the first guy he picked. I don't think he'd pick Noah or Tyler over Justin in the end. Then Gwen is gonna pick Cody because her and him are friends. They were he did her a favor and she's happy with choosing him. Then this is where Trent will choose Lindsay just to tick off Gwen. Gwen is going to choose Heather now. Like Lashana said, keep your enemies closer. That's what the whole point of that is. This is where Trent will pick Noah for smarts, and then... Sorry, I need to keep looking back and forth. This is going to be DJ for Gwen, and then Trent will pick Beth because Lindsay asked him to pick Beth. And Justin also, I think, would probably want to pick Beth in this situation. This will be where Gwen picks Eva. She'll pick Eva for getting a strong competitor in. This will be where Trent picks Owen over Harold, Tyler, and Ezekiel. Followed up by Gwen picking Ezekiel. Don't know how. No, wait, no, I'm wrong. No, Gwen picks Harold. Gwen would pick Harold here. I read that wrong. Trent picks Izzy. Gwen picks Sadie. Then Trent picks Tyler. Gwen gets Ezekiel, and Trent is stuck with Katie. So that is what the teams are here. I did see a few comments, and they gave suggestions for what the teams were. I was originally going to do that, but I realized certain things about the teams were sometimes they were uneven in like gender things, and it was and I felt as if we should. I wanted to take in the idea of how the Gwen and Trent would pick them. So yeah. But now that we've got the team's picked out now, the extra people will help with the first part of the challenge, being getting all the equipment up the hill, and then and then it comes down to pulling up the trailers. DJ still won't carry the trailer up, but the gaffers will have Eva. I could see Eva pulling the gaffer's trailer up, and I could see her being willing to do that. Maybe, like, I feel like she could very easily pull that up faster than Owen did, meaning that the gaffers will win. This will allow the gaffers to once again win the acting challenge, with Duncan beating out Izzy. So the Grips will have to eliminate the first person. In this version, I'm pretty sure like every single episode is an elimination episode. So there are no reward challenges. There won't be any rewards. It'll come down to Izzy and like Katie. Izzy, she screwed up the acting challenge. Katie, she's being found annoying, and it ends up with Izzy once again being voted off. Here. Beach blanket bogus. This challenge won't be too different. The surfing challenge won't be different. The only difference could be that more people fail at it before Duncan succeeds. They continue on to the sandcastle. The new teammates will help the Grips win the challenge. I believe that Courtney and Noah could very well help using more smarts added in. Like maybe they have architectural stuff. I don't really know. But then it'll come down to the dancing competition. We'll say Lashana and Trent still end up going into it, and Trent will lose on purpose again, because just because there are more people, it doesn't mean he won't screw things up already. The Screaming Gaffers will win, leading to the Killer Grips voting someone off. Then this time they will in fact vote Katie off. She's not very helpful. I feel like both her and Sadie are just being annoying because they're just complaining all the time about not being on the same team. But yeah. 3-10 to Crazy Town. This challenge will be another similar challenge. Originally, the teams tied on the diving board onto a donkey challenge. It won't change because both teams have more people that will jump. Eva and Ezekiel would be able to do it than Courtney and Noah would too. The challenge will still end with it being a tie. This leads to the tiebreaker, and like in the original 10, Trent will pick Owen, who drinks the water. This means that They stick with the cattle challenge. The gaffers will win the challenge. This time not by catching the cowboys, but by lasting the time limit. I don't see them outsmarting. Like, maybe they'll be able to get the ropes and rope some of the people, but not all of them. So yeah, this is going to be. Then afterwards, Courtney is going to be suspicious of Trent because she thinks that Trent is throwing the challenges because he picked Owen for the tiebreaker. She decides to watch Trent and witnesses the conversation between him and Gwen. This leads to her telling the team, and then they vote out Trent because of it. Also, Justin confronts Gwen and he forces her to help the killer grip. In this version, Trent is going to still get out. But now Courtney's going to be the one who discovers Trent and Gwen. Meanwhile, Justin is going to go to Gwen and convince and talk her into helping them with challenges. And yeah. The Chef Shank Redemption. This challenge will also be very similar. Lindsay and Gwen will be in the cages, and Lindsay will throw up first. That's not going to change. And so the gaffers will win the golden shovel, and then it continues on, and Gwen won't be able to convince them that she should push it. This time Eva will do it and push them through it. Also, Tyler will try to push it, but struggle a lot. Tyler will be able to do better than Lindsay did. But Eva is able to get them a pretty good head start. However, Gwen will still succeed by breaking the shovel over Harold's head and causing the defeat. Izzy will also show up and help the gaffers a little bit. So Izzy returns, and the gaffers need to vote someone off. Izzy is going to return again. Just because there's more people doesn't mean that Izzy won't return. So, and then for the vote, they still vote off Gwen because she is being sus and she costed them the challenge in the end. Alright. One Flew Over the Cuckoos. This is another challenge that won't change too much. In the end, Lashana and Duncan won't compete in the challenge completely, and that gets them the win. This means that the Grips have to vote someone off in the most dramatic Gilded Chris ceremony ever. Why the heck did I... The Grips have a hard decision ahead of them because they all have importance. Courtney is the leader. Owen, Izzy, and Noah are a trio. Justin has been manipulating people, and Lindsay, Beth, and Tyler are also friends. Courtney and Justin work together to get Noah, Izzy, and Owen to join them in voting with them. This vote, they vote off Tyler because Lindsay will forget about him, and her and Beth would be easy to manipulate. So Tyler will get eliminated here, sadly. I was hoping that maybe Tyler would do a bit better, but based on what I figure would happen. The Sandwich Project. This challenge started with the teams picking one person to be the killer. DJ will still be forced by Chef, and Beth will be chosen by Lindsay and Courtney too this time. DJ and Chef will win the challenge for the Screaming Gaffers. This means that the Grips have to stay in the mess hall for the night. This time Courtney would be the one to see through all the tricks set up by the Gaffers. However, the same trick that scares Lindsay also scares Courtney. The Grips lose, and even though they are ready to vote someone off, DJ quits just like in the original and leaves the show. So yeah. Now, Masters of Disaster. Owen will still win the first challenge for the Grips, and that gives them the piece of paper with the combination. This time Courtney and Noah will actually use the numbers and free them right away, and they win the challenge. They choose to vote out Sadie because she is annoying people and she didn't do well in the challenge. There we go. Full Metal Drama. This challenge sees Izzy once again go overboard with the explosion challenge. This means gaffers have to defend the trunk. They will do so and win immunity, and Izzy will once again get sent home. I am kind of rushing through a few of these that are a bit more easier to discuss, but yeah. I like wrote down a lot for some of them, but then I just realized, oh crap, I'm like going I like was writing down way too much. I wrote down notes for myself, so I do know what to talk about. This Ocean's 13, this episode name changes because now there are 13 contestants instead of 8. We'll say that Owen and Lashana will stay as the people kidnapped. Courtney and Noah will be able to open the safe and get Owen out. And Eva will be able to break through the safe and let Lashana out. Both teams are able to continue to the next challenge. Both teams will be able to build the go-karts. Duncan and the gaffers build it faster and win the challenge. Then, when it comes to the vote, Courtney and Justin work together and get Lindsay and Beth to vote with them. They vote off Owen like in the original because he is a threat when it comes to... Because he was the winner of the first season. They see him as a threat. $1 million BC. This challenge has them start with the fire starting challenge like the original. The Killer Graps will still win with Lindsay. They also win the second challenge with Courtney, Noah, and Beth winning for their team. The vote comes with the gaffers having to vote someone out. They realize that Cody has lost a lot of his usefulness, and they choose to vote him off. Just like in Total Drama Island, they realize Cody is not very useful anymore. He was kind of floating by with the help of people like Gwen and DJ. But they were winning challenges. He wasn't the main. But now that more people have gone, they've realized that he ain't very too helpful. $1 Million Babies. This challenge has more people for this challenge. They vote out Heather. That's all I wrote down for this. So yeah, that's the merge. Heather is gone, and I honestly love how this turned out because we added in all these new people. It's pretty much I'm pretty sure it's all the same people getting to the merge. But the one difference is that now we have 3 more people, and it's the first 3 eliminations from Total Drama Island. I love that. Dial M for merger. This episode doesn't have many differences. Once again, no one would be able to beat Courtney to the center of the lasers. Then it comes to the wire cutting challenge, and Lindsay will still be the first to try and complete the challenge. So Lindsay wins. We'll say Lindsay wins invincibility for this when it comes to the vote. Most of the contestants will see Eva as a threat to winning the challenges, so Eva will get voted out of the competition by everybody. She is a physical threat to the challenges. They need to get rid of her while they can. Plus, she's just a real pain in the butt. So, superhero with this episode... We'll have Lindsay stay the winner of the first challenge because I don't think Noah or Ezekiel would beat her in this challenge. Then Courtney will once again win invincibility because, again, it's Noah and Ezekiel. They won't beat her. Then Justin, Duncan, Courtney, and Ezekiel will all be fine with voting together. Then they can either get Noah on their side or trick Harold again and eliminate Lashana. Lashana will still get booted here, and that's how it goes. The Princess Pride. This episode won't change once it gets to the second part of the challenge. In this universe, Justin and Duncan are both in an alliance with Courtney, but with Justin and Duncan competing against each other for Courtney, now this causes the alliance to fall apart. Now everybody else uses the opportunity to eliminate one of them. Duncan will get Ezekiel and Noah on his side, while Justin gets Lindsay and Beth. This leaves the vote up to Courtney, and she chooses it to eliminate Justin instead of Duncan. Oh, and also Harold is there, I guess. Harold's vote doesn't matter. He's just there. We'll say he votes for someone else. He'll vote for Noah, because why not? Or Ezekiel, I don't know what Harold was doing in there. Get a clue. This episode sees Ezekiel and Noah get involved with the challenge for once. Now, Noah is logical with the challenge like Courtney and thinks the challenge is stupid and fake. Ezekiel is just going to freak out and hang out with Harold during the challenge. Lindsay still gets the victory and wins invincibility. Now Duncan, Courtney, and Ezekiel vote for Beth, and Lindsay and Beth and Harold vote for Courtney. This leaves the vote up to Noah, and he chooses to vote out Beth because he sees Lindsay and Beth's friendship and alliance stronger than he thinks that there might be, and that he thinks that he might be able to break Courtney and Duncan's alliance. So as much as he would probably rather get rid of Courtney here as being a single bigger threat alone than Beth, he knows that Beth and Lindsay are going to be a stronger duo to break up, so he knows he must split them up as soon as possible, and that's what he does here with Beth. Rock and Rule. This challenge will not have the return of Owen because we are already down to 6 contestants. Also, Beth isn't here. This doesn't change much. Duncan still wins the guitar challenge. Lindsay wins the red carpet, and Courtney wins invincibility. This is where Noah comes in and brings Lindsay, Harold, and Ezekiel to vote out Duncan. With Beth gone, no one will distract Lindsay while voting, meaning Duncan will get booted here. Crouching Courtney, hidden Ezekiel. What? Oh, right. This episode has no Owen in it, so we need someone else to be kicked out of competing in the challenge. I think this should be Ezekiel. Because he makes the most sense. Now, Courtney is gonna try way harder because she is in serious jeopardy of being eliminated if she loses the challenge. I believe that Courtney beats Noah in the first challenge because, as Noah says, sports aren't his thing. This allows Courtney to win the challenge because she would definitely beat Lindsay to the top and win invincibility. This episode ends with Noah going home because of Courtney, and he is considered the biggest threat other than Courtney. I gotta say, as sad as I am to see Noah not make it to the Final Four, I am very happy with how this went for Noah. And because he made it so far in this, he felt like a big a bit of a more main character good guy in a sense. But yeah. 2008, a space drama. This episode will have only 4 competitors instead of 5. Once again, it will come down to the vomit comment, and I believe that this is where Ezekiel can get his moment to shine. I can imagine he would be way better at this than anybody else. Courtney would probably still back out, but even if she did try, I think Ezekiel would still come out on top. This is where Courtney's run on Total Drama Action comes to an end. This is a big moment for Zeke because he finally did something meaningful and eliminates the person that would have gone if he hadn't said anything back during Total Drama Island. Because if he hadn't have said anything, it would have been Courtney getting booted in the first episode. But now he's beaten her this season. Now, the final 3. Harold, Ezekiel, and Lindsay. Now we're on to Top Dog with the Animal Buddy Challenge. Of course, like I did with the previous episode, where it was 3 in the Animal Buddy Challenge, we're just not going to include the shark because I feel like the shark stuff wasn't very good. Like, it was kind of just not part of anything else going on in the episode, so I feel as if they take away the shark part of it, just have it be bear, chameleon, and the raccoon, and I could very well, and I think I'm gonna say that Ezekiel gets out here, as he got his big moment in the previous episode, so in the end, the winners, once again, are Harold and Lindsay. We had another one. But anyways, guys, this might have been a longer video. I I don't really know. I'll have to check the time once I'm done recording this. But anyways, guys, see you next time with the next friggin' either like death battle video, either total drama, what ifs, who would win books, I don't know. I do have lots of things planned and coming for this channel, so stay tuned for that kind of stuff. But anyways, guys, see ya next time.